you're a friggin' idiot not to look into RMI because you are the best asset. I'm 56, man, but I want my biological age be 35. That's my goal. And by the way, sex is great. Out of a 10,
everyone.
A 12. I feel like I'm 19 years old, man.
I swear I felt like Wonder Woman. He felt like Superman, and we were like just ready to take on the world.
I am winning all day, every day with my health, and RMI is a big part of that.
Guys, welcome to the RMI Longevity Club.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us here.
And Bobby Castro.
Thank you, Tom.
Tell us a bit about yourselves. Why are you here?
Well, Sophie and I guess I'll start. Sophie and I, we've been married now 34 years. 34 years, and we're entrepreneurs. We created a company actually from nothing, from $1,700, and eventually sold that company for $1 billion. And of course, many years. It didn't happen overnight, along with some other investments. And how we did that, at least for me, I only got through the 9th grade, Tom. My wife only to the 10th grade. We have no education.
So already you're ahead.
I'm ahead 1 year. Yeah.
Definitely. And we realized, because we wanted success in life, and we live in the U.S., in South Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. And we tried this success path, and we
I mean, that's helpful. That's really helpful.
We tried the sex
grandkids,
well, you
so
know,
that makes sense.
and it worked out good because we met, and then 6 months later we were pregnant.
Yes.
Check mark. So that was
worked.
working. But we wanted something better in life. You know, that financial dream. I was a waiter. Sophie was a secretary in a medical office. And we kept failing at this entrepreneurship. We come from a hardworking family. And I was very desperate for success. A lot of failures. I wanted to skip a lot of the process to get there. And what led us to our success financially, and then more so our personal growth, our marriage, everything started really getting nice and tight. And there's a lot that goes into it. I have a book called Upsiders, and I'm sure you'll share it if anyone cares to read it. And I challenge you really to read it. It has audio too, including Spanish. When we started investing in ourselves, because we truly found out we were the best asset. The only way things were going to get done, the only way we were going to change our mindset, the only way we were going to feel good about ourselves was to take care of ourselves. And that journey started with absolutely no money, but it started in areas that we didn't think was possible, things that are just so important, how you eat, how you think, how you behave, how you activate in life, how you just have this incredible, vibrant opportunity in life and to activate it. And it all started by investing in ourselves, and that led us to so many great ways to how to create a better life, how to stay married for 34 years, how to fertilize our life. And here we are later, financially free, and still willing to improve ourselves because we are our best asset. I'm 1 out of 8 billion people. There's never another Bobby. How do I not take care of that asset? This is why we're great customers of RMI. This is not only our first time here, we're frequently here. We frequently activate our health. So hopefully that answers some of that question.
No, that's amazing. And how did you first, like, when did RMI show up in your lives? Like, at what point were you like, all right, we've been successful in business, we've been successful in a lot of ways. What's next? How do I take care of me on that side? Because it's not, nobody knows about it in the US. It's not something that everybody's like.
We were introduced, we belong to a group that's called R360. They're a high net worth mastermind group. And they introduced it to us because they're all about longevity, growth, personal growth, financial growth. And they introduced RMI to us, and Bobby and I were like, definitely up our alley, let's investigate. And I reached out to Dana and had a conversation with her. We then interviewed together. We got all the information of RMI, and we felt so comfortable because we were like, these are real people. This is real. This is not just, another scam that you're getting this and that. So we felt very comfortable, and we made the decision to, invest the money into our health and have longevity for real. Because, Bobby and I, like he says, we would take care of ourselves by what we eat, how we exercise, the environment that we have in the house, the mind growth and so forth. So this was just that extra piece that was really missing to internalize the longevity, right? So we came for the first time about 13 months ago. And we were like, we need to go back again because it felt so good once we did that first process that we came for. We did it all. We didn't do one procedure and then come back for the other. The first time we came, we did head to toe. And we felt such a difference. Within 2 months, I swear I felt like Wonder Woman. He felt like Superman, and we were like just ready to take on the world. And so we said, well, we're going to continue to do this every year. We're going to invest into this. And we're here now for our second time. And I also use your functional medicine doctors, which I do telehealth, and I love them. Because they really follow up with me. They're involved with my hormones. I'm a 53-year-old woman that has now menopause, unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know what to call it. But that process of going through that, medically in the United States is very what they really give you is nonsense, and it's poison, and it's normal limits, and if whatever. So they really deep dive within me. Like Bobby says, we're out of 1 out of 8 billion. And my hormones are so completely different than everybody else's. And like today, I just did a perk to see about my food sensitivity, right? And to see what kind of foods are not agreeing with me. And that's only personally, like that's me. That's what my blood is saying that it's good. So they're very on top of everything. It's amazing. My hormones, they do a saliva test once of every 6 months to check to see if the hormones that they're giving me are working, if they're not. So it's amazing. I love everything about RMI, and I recommend it to anyone that is really wanting to take care of their health and have longevity in their life.
Well, it's an ROI, a return on investment, Tom, and how we measured why it's working for us. Not because you guys are just great people, you're cool people, and we love hanging out with you. We're always treated VIP here. The hotel's here. I walk right into the center. I mean, it's so hassle free. But the ROI, the return on the investment, is no different in business. When you invest something called $1, you're supposed to get a return on that investment, including your time. Your time is non-refundable. You never get it back. So the return on the investment, I'm 56 years old. I feel like I'm 19 years old, man. I popped out of bed. We have 3 awesome grandchildren, 2 children married, and our energy level, everything, the ROI, my business, my returns on that investment, my relationship, how I am as a father, as a leader, how I just do life. I really look how I do life on my health, and that involves RMI. That return, like right now, we just got our face done, our neck.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
we
if I
do
look like a
everything.
monster.
Stem cells. I mean, there's
I know.
nothing we don't do because there's a return on it. I'm 56, man, but I want my biological age to be 35. That's my goal.
It's funny, when we had dinner the first night, I left there thinking the Dan Buettner show, the blue zones, and like I know we're in Costa Rica, but I spent my life working with animals. So animals can't talk to you, but you feel the energy. Like you get a feel from a horse, you get a feel from what you're doing. But I left the table going, my God, you guys have like this insane energy, and like you bounce off each other, and it's a really cool thing to see, and it's not something you see all the time, and you're kind of like, man, they got it. Like they really got it. But it's true. It really like. Javier and Abby were there as well. Everybody was saying next one, like, man, I want to have what they have. And not like it's not the financial success, it's not any of that. It's like that's real success. Like that you're doing these adventures together, you're experiencing.
It's amazing, man. Who doesn't want to live a longer, healthier life to get more out of life? It's so exciting. Yes, some may say we are extreme, but man, dude, how do you not get extreme about your own life? Because I believe depression follows all of us. We're all on social media looking at what apparently is a great life of somebody else. We're sitting there, we're getting fat, we're getting depressed, we're filled with cholesterol, we're doing all this, and we start feeling of no worth. We are so valuable, guys. So valuable. And there was a question from somebody I know, a family member. Well, Bobby, how'd you find out about RMI? How do you find out about all these things? And I always say, Tom, what the hell are you doing with your time? See, how you find out about things is surround yourself with individuals that want more out of life, individuals that want to take care of themselves. You could be totally broke. Matter of fact, you could be someone that can't even afford RMI services. That does not mean you can't start. That means you can start right there, what's in the refrigerator, what you're putting in your mouth, what you're reading, what you're digesting as an individual, how to get motivated. And if you can't afford RMI, you're a friggin' idiot not to look into RMI because you are the best asset. And I see so many people that are successful financially, and I look at them, man, you're not globally successful. You don't want to live longer. You're not taking care of yourself. And I'm very transparent. Either you like me or you hate me, because sometimes I say what people don't want to really receive. It's called transparency. So if you're thinking about RMI, man, this is something that you should really look into. Dive. We did a lot of due diligence. You can go ahead and go down a rabbit hole, do as much due diligence, but I warn you, you will overthink it. You will go to your neighbor. You will go to the Mr. Expert across the street. Oh, that's a bunch of bull crap. I'm telling you, I am winning all day, every day with my health, and RMI is a big part of that.
Well, and you're 100% right, because I was guilty of it. I started looking into clinics. I went to a couple of places, and I came here, and I was very skeptical. I mean, we talked about this at dinner, but I was, after having some bad experiences, I was like, I don't know. And I met everybody here. They were all super nice. Everybody's nice when you first meet them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like dating.
Yeah.
No, but it took me 3 times. And now I'm lucky I did it on the 3rd time. I came back and I started asking all these questions, but I did it. But now, knowing what I know now, I'm like, I just wish I just did it the first time. 6 months that you can't get back, kind of like you said with the non-refundable minutes.
Dude, before I couldn't even put my hand up. It was like this. My waist was stiff, everything. I mean, you know, I can't mention any names, but every time I'm here, I'm seeing these incredible, very successful people, household names, celebrities walking in and out of here. It's for a reason, man. They're winning.
They want to be part of something that's not everywhere. And hopefully that'll change, because I think that, like, guys like you talking about it, and people can feel, again, the energy. Like, you know, when nobody wants to be sold.
Yeah.
Because you kind of feel like it becomes something it's not. But
And by the way, we don't get paid for this.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, they don't get paid.
Good.
Not at all. Well, Tom's gonna owe us something. We're gonna have to go to dinner tonight, Tom.
We're going dinner, and then we're going racing. Yeah, we're
Just kidding.
Gulfstream Park.
Yes, racing we will
Yes.
do.
And
Take
you guys
up
love
on that.
horses too. Like, you guys have.
Love horses.
Yes.
Love horses. Absolutely. How do you not love horses, man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're involved pretty heavily.
Yeah, we own some
before.
horses in Europe. We've showed, you know, as a family, our 2 kids, ourselves, and the show circuit in show jumping for over 20 years. Obviously, our son is 28, our daughter's 34. They have children.
Which seems impossible looking at you guys. Just throwing that out there. It seems impossible.
I know we started. You know, he took me out of the crib. You know.
We can still get him arrested. Yeah, we can.
There's still a statue.
Yeah, no, we did start very early. I was 18, he was 22 years old when we met, and got pregnant at 19 and 23, and got married and started the journey at really early in life. So,
And you know, one thing I forgot to mention, I think it's important. A lot of us on health side and also spiritual side, we tend to look for health solutions when something unfortunately happens to us, including maybe God. Not to bring God in this conversation. I just recently accepted God in my life about 1.5 years ago. I'm still trying to figure it out. And some people go to God when they're going through crisis, going through an event. That's amazing. And we did it opposite. Our health came first. Money came secondary. Fertilization of our marriage. We keep falling in love. So don't wait for something maybe to go wrong or something's wrong in order to seek desperation, because the best thing you can do, man, is prepare. So when I say prepare, Tom, preparation, when it meets opportunity, magic happens. If you start preparing yourself, living a healthy life, spiritually, emotionally, physically, that good old mindset, an open mindset, not a fixed mindset, man, you're winning.
I think you guys are a blue zone.
prevention.
I think there's 5 we can actually make it. And I'm not saying that. Like, I, honest to God, leaving dinner with you guys, I was like, the energy. But like, you can see you guys are in love, and the way you bounce. It's a really cool thing.
Thank you, dude.
Maybe you guys don't hear that enough, but it's cool to sit back and kind of go, you got
Thank
it. But
you.
that's probably the coolest
we're
thing about
very
you guys.
proactive when it comes down to everything that has to do with life, right? Because if you don't, you're just living to live with no purpose, basically. And being that proactive measure before anything happens, like Bobby says, it's the best thing ever, because once you get there, you're not scrambling, you're not losing your head, you're not, you know, not knowing where to go or what to do. So we're just ahead of it, so that we don't have to go through all of that.
No, and being proactive is what it's about.
Proactive.
Yes.
And by the way, sex is great. So living a healthy
Well,
life,
you know what? They
sex
also
is
have-
off the chart. I don't know if you want to edit that, unedit that. Sometimes I'm transparent, but that's important to us.
They even help us with that here too, harmony
Yes.
and
Gotta be real.
enhancement.
Yeah.
It's called, the program is called Harmony for Women and the Enhancement for Men. And I tell you, I recommend that for everyone.
Out of a 10,
everyone.
a 12.
But that's what it should be.
Yes.
It should, there's nothing worse than people I was sore and now I'm fixed. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's real. This
Yeah,
is real
dude.
It's
life.
real.
This is
It's
your
real.
life.
I mean,
Yeah.
like-
Story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are real patients.
And our
not
kids
getting
are
paid for it.
practicing. They live a healthy life. We have personal trainers, nutritionists. I mean, we're again a bit of extreme, because to us, it's an investment. And when you make an investment with your time or money or associations or environments, think ROI. I need a return on the investment, and we expect big returns.
No, I agree with you on that, because when I came here and did my first infusion, it hit me really, really quickly how this is working. Because I've tried other things. I did PRP. I did
too.
we've done all these things, and they wore off, and things didn't work. And then you're automatically a little bit mentally defeated as well, because you're like, oh, this isn't going to work. But I remember I did the infusion. I started running, and I was a bit like Forrest Gump. I hadn't ran in years, because my ankle was in 17 screws, 3 plates. And I just kept getting fitter and fitter and fitter.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, I started to eat better. I started to think about things differently, because it's an investment. It is a significant investment. And you're like, how do I maximize this?
I feel fantastic. My shoulders, my hips, my knees, just feel just a lot of flexibility, a lot of no stiffness. I was always healthy, as we mentioned earlier, but just movements like this, this stuff is like freedom for me. And maybe that's an exaggeration for most, but that used to be like this, or when you wake up in the morning at 56, I'm actually popping out of bed. We both are. I can't wait to do it again,
awesome.
man.
Yeah.
Don't leave, just stay.
I would love to. This is a great place to live.
And
so.
great service, guys.
Yeah.
You come here at
VIP.
RMI, you check in a great facility. It's connected to their center. The VIP treatment is nonstop. That is just a total plus. I'm still able to do my work, still able to go to dinner. We don't miss a beat. We've been here now probably about maybe this is gonna be our 4th day here at RMI,
Yes,
doing all our
correct.
treatments back to back.
And that's because we chose,
You
guys.
just
You
did
don't
her
have
face.
to come here for that many days. We just chose to do it this many days because we enjoy your company.
And by the way, if you guys are looking at my wife's face or my face, we just did our
Yes,
face
they
treatment.
just-
So you might say, wow, they
Wow.
don't look too good.
They don't look too hot there.
We just finished doing a big treatment, and
We're
that's
all
why we
bruised
may look
up
a little
and,
swollen and all that.
But it's great. This means that it's working, and in 3 to 4 days, you look absolutely stunning. Your skin looks bright. It looks like shiny and just flawless. So
natural, and it's
yes,
like-
right
it's
now
got a
I
natural
am
glow.
swollen, but it takes about 4 to 5 days to come down. So don't get scared. But it's
I'll tell you,
great.
dude, you put me in a ring with another 56-year-old, I'll
you're
tear
good.
him up.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
I'll tear him up, dude.
know.
I'm so jacked up right now. I love coming here. I just feel so good. And what's great, it's just an annual program. So we actually did it. We're a little late.
13 months.
13
It's
months.
fine.
So
Yeah,
we
we wanted to do
we
it.
wanted every year, but some
A
travel
month.
issues.
Just a month.
Let's make
delay.
it travel. This is an amazing.
Oh, Costa Rica.
Oh, that's another
everybody,
thing. And we
man.
came here for 8 days to have our anniversary was just a few days ago.
Congrats.
So
Yeah,
we spent
34.
our anniversary at one of the
Papagayo.
islands here, Papagayo, and it was amazing. So, if you come here and you want to take a vacation out of it, it's awesome. and
Everyone speaks
amazing.
English.
Yeah.
I mean, 90% of everyone speaks English in the town.
Yes,
And the culture here, I think there's something
amazing culture.
It reminds me of Ireland, and it might be, I came from a Catholic country, and I just feel like there's a closeness in that. I don't know the community side, but I just felt like I left Ireland when I was 17. I was in the States, and the States is such a melting
so-
pot. But when I came back here, I was like, man, I feel like I'm back in Ireland. Like,
Yeah.
way better weather. The rain is even nicer. It's warm. We don't get that in
Community is
Ireland.
really nice here.
Sense
The,
of
no, the
community
people
and
here is
culture
amazing.
And
amazing.
the food, everything's so healthy. And,
everything.
Yeah.
You can
Yes.
eat way more of it.
Oh gosh, they're everything. Their vegetables, their proteins, their everything is.
And not only
so-
that, the people we meet, other folks that have used your services,
Yeah, they all.
great people to surround
Right.
yourself with. Just that alone, the network, because obviously, the relationship capital is important. You'll be surprised who you meet, how your mind starts getting curious. It's like, wow, I thought my story was pretty cool. And you're meeting all these people around the world. So that's another plus, the network itself.
Yes, so I told Dana, I was like, Tom was an amazing addition to RMI. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm a social butterfly. I love it. So meeting other clients and you putting them together for dinner, that was just another
home run.
complete plus. That now you come here and now you're able to meet other people like Bobby said is, your network capital is so important in life, and you surround yourself with like-minded individuals that later on it becomes a relationship, whether it's just friends or business or whatever the case may be, or even just being united for your health journey, right? It's amazing. So you've been an amazing addition. I've had
Yeah,
a
for sure,
pleasure hanging out with you, and
appreciate
it's
that,
been awesome. So now I have a new friend, and we have very
Right.
similar personalities. So I might compete
I'll
for
take
his
it as a-
job.
That wouldn't take a lot. They'd be like, because I don't speak Spanish. I have to figure my way through everything.
No, but it's
I love
awesome, Tom. You've been
No,
amazing.
you've been great.
Thank you.
Everybody.
I appreciate that, guys, and it really is a pleasure to have you guys here, and cannot wait for you guys to come back and I think just share this story with everybody. because
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what it's about.
Thank
We
you,
need to
dude.
spread this through the world.
All right, guys. Thank you so
man.
much.
Thank you for inviting us.